Hey YouTube, today we're gonna do some Lipton onion hamburger steak with home-style gravy, y'all. Y'all ready for this? Let's jump into the video. So right now we got us some 80% ground beef. Y'all look here, I'm telling you, I'm giving y'all these easy ground beef recipes, all right? So we got some Lipton onion soup mix that's going into this here ground beef. You could use the onion flavor or just a beefy flavor onion mix. So I got the beefy flavor. See, we're gonna also toss in some of this here Worcestershire sauce, however you pronounce it. Some people say W sauce, but I say good. We're gonna take the usual. This is that Fire and Smoke Society brand. You could buy this at Walmart. I'm not being sponsored by Fire, Smoke and Society, so remember that, but this is some good stuff. I got to keep this around. Then we're gonna have some of this here onion powder. Put in your own measurements. I'm telling you, I don't have measurements for this recipe. Now we're going to toss in the onion powder. You can't use garlic powder without onion powder, y'all. They just go together. That's a perfect couple. Now we're going to take 1 egg and add it to this here ground beef mixture. And the next thing we're going to do is just take our hands and just get everything togetherly incorporated. You better mix it up real good and start playing with it. Now, once we finish getting this together, we're gonna make some patties. And this right here made us good. It made us about 5 good patties. It surely did. Now let's go ahead and do this, but don't go nowhere. You'll miss something good. Now we're going to add our stove to medium-high heat. After that, what we're going to do is go ahead and brown our hamburgers on the outside. That's all you're going to do is brown the hamburgers on the outside. Once your hamburgers are brown, I want you to go ahead and remove them from the skillet. If you can see right now, this 80-20 didn't render any fat. That's a good thing. So we're going to remove these from the skillet, and then I want you to take at least around about a half a cup of vegetable oil. Yep, I said it, a half a cup of vegetable oil. Somebody's saying, man, you must be crazy. But just take some vegetable oil, and then I want you to put that inside of that hot skillet. You can wipe your skillet out if you want, or whatever the case may be. It's your skillet. I didn't wipe mine out. And I just took a nice little heaping spoonful, not a spoonful, but a half a cup of flour, and I just want to cook this down to a roux. I want to cook this down to a brown roux. Once we get to the brown roux texture, like you can see right here, the next thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to toss in some onions into this here baby. All right, because I want my onions to cook also into this roux. We're going to make some nice home style gravy. I'm talking about taking you back to your grandma's house when grandma had that house smelling so good on a Sunday morning. This is where we going, y'all. This is where we headed. Now I want you to take you some beef broth, and we're gonna make our gravy up, but I want you to pour just a little bit at a time. And we want to get that smooth, silky texture of our gravy. So if you pour a little bit at a time, you'll see exactly where you need to be. Now, if it's too thick, if it's cooking too thick, I want you to go ahead and just add a little bit more to this, all right? If it seems like your stove is too high while you're making your gravy, don't be scared to turn that stove level down. But I want you to continue to stir while you're doing this because you don't want to burn your gravy. And I am using my cast iron pot for this here gravy as well. Somebody's saying, man, when he gonna shut up? He talking too much. But I gotta talk in order for you to fix it right. Come on, somebody. Now, once you've got your gravy to the thickness almost to where you like it, let's season it up, because if you was to try this right now, it ain't gonna be no good. So I like a lot of black pepper in mine, so I put some coarse black pepper in it, and I'm also tossing in some onion powder. And after I put in this here onion powder, remember, I'm not sharing measurements, so I don't have none. Please don't ask me what's the measurements. Then I'm tossing in some garlic powder. The garlic powder is going to definitely give you added flavor to your gravy as well. All right. And the next thing I'm going to do right now is just stir this baby up, because I want all the flavors to come together. Now, once you've done this by adding in your seasonings, you can go ahead and give it a taste. and see if you have to add any more, whatever the case may be. But if it's to your liking, go ahead and just let it go. But I'm gonna toss in some of this here onion butter all-purpose blend from Fire and Smoke Society. I got this at Walmart, y'all. I spent my own money for this, so they're not paying me for this. I wish they would. It would be nice, because I use their products all the time. I surely do, and I'll continue to use them while they selling them at the shelf at Walmart. Now, with that being said, give it a nice stir. Taste it to see where you are. If you have to add more flavors to it, then go ahead and add flavors. It's your gravy, all right? But you want your gravy to taste good. Grandma will be proud of you. Not just your grandma, Big Mama too, all right? So mine was at the taste where I wanted it at, okay? This is definitely where I wanted it. So what I'm gonna do now is just toss in my hamburgers, and then I'm gonna cover them up with some onions. Now, you got to understand something. You want to cook these hamburgers until they're completely done. Pierce a fork through them if there is no red juices running out. If you have red juices flowing out of these burgers, you better let them cook a little bit longer. But I'm cooking these till they're completely done. This is why I like the 80% beef, because they'll give you a nice texture. They'll hold well, and they'll definitely soak up some of those juices as well too. So if you can see, we got it bubbling, looking good, tasting good, smelling good. The kitchen is lit. I'm talking about lit, on fire. The only thing that I wish I had with this, y'all, not trying to be joking or nothing like that, I wish I had some cornbread to go with this. Because I'm telling you, man, just to let that cornbread swim all up in that gravy, it'll be something. So make you some homemade potatoes up to go with this. I like lumpy homemade potatoes. If they're lumpy with this here, I'm all in. I'll dive head first. And that's where we're going, head first. Look at this here recipe, y'all. This will be a good Sunday dinner, and definitely 2 people could eat off of this. 5 patties, I'm telling you, it was good. Thank you for checking out Ray Mack's Kitchen and Grill. I really appreciate you guys. Give this video a thumbs up. Comment on the video. Tell me what you would like to see in the future. And if you could, love and not hate. Love somebody and hate nobody. Please give it a thumbs up. And subscribe to Ray Mack's Kitchen and Grill. Bye-bye. Love you.